The STG and the M1 Garand have been added to Warzone early from Vanguard, so we're going to go through everything, including gameplay and all that. So if we go into our battle pass here, you can see at level 24, I believe it is, we will get the first STG blueprint. So most of you guys probably have that unlocked already. And in my opinion, the first blueprint you get for the STG is better. And then at level 34, you get your first M1 Garand blueprint. And if we scroll to the end of the battle pass a little bit, there's actually 2 more blueprints. You will get another STG blueprint, which has a 3x or like a 4x sight on it. And then we also have the M1 Garand blueprint, the second one here. If we scroll back to that first STG blueprint I was talking about at tier 24, these are the attachments that come on it. It has that monocular reflector optic on it. I'm probably butchering that word, but it's basically just like a little blue dot, and this weapon does a lot of damage, which you guys will see later in the video. And I think it's going to be a great sniper support. So there's all the attachments for the first STG blueprint. Let's go check out the first M1 Garand blueprint, which again is at tier 34 on the battle pass. These are all the attachments that come with the first M1 Garand blueprint. As you can see, we have like a variable zoom optic. It's 3 to 6 times optic. I don't think anyone's going to be zooming it in more than the 3x. Otherwise, the recoil is just going to be ridiculous with it. But again, here's all the attachments that come with the M1 Garand. The attachments that they give these guns aren't all that great, so we'll see how they perform in actual Warzone lobbies. And then if we go look at the 2 later tier blueprints, this is what we're going to get here. So at 64, we have this other STG variant. And as you can see, we have a 4x optic. Again, it's like a variable zoom, so it could go into 8x if you really wanted to. I don't know why you would want to do that. But this version also does have a silencer, which I believe is the only blueprint of these 4 that actually does have a silencer. And it does come with extended mags, but it's still only a 30-round magazine, so it's not really all that viable. But it does do a lot of damage. So there's the attachments there for the second STG blueprint. And then we also got the last M1 Garand blueprint, and these menus are still laggy. They really need to fix that bug. But then at tier 72, here is the last blueprint. It is another M1 Garand, as I said, and it has a 3x sight again on it. And these are all the attachments here. So I played a few plunder matches with each of these blueprints, and the STG has a really fast time to kill and a lot of recoil, as well as the M1 Garand. It has a really fast time to kill, it seemed, with a lot of recoil. We're gonna hop into a game here, and I'm gonna show you guys the recoil with both of these weapons, and then we'll get into a little bit of gameplay after that. So starting here with the STG that comes with a blue dot, we're just gonna show you guys the recoil real quick. So I'm just gonna hold my mouse up so you can clearly see I'm not controlling recoil. And as you can see, this thing has a lot of recoil. It is pretty hard to control, but this version with the red dot, or well, it's like a blue dot, is going to be pretty manageable at a closer range. So that's why I think it's going to be great as a sniper support option. So here's what it looks like when I'm trying to control it a bit, which is not too bad at all. My aim is pretty bad there. It does still look all over the place, but we do have someone hunting me, so that's a bit scary. Oh, there he is. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, the STG does have a lot of recoil, as you can tell, but you'll see in the gameplay later that this thing does a ridiculous amount of damage, and it's got a super fast time to kill, which that combined with the high recoil is why I think it's going to be really good as a sniper support option for close range. But here we do have the other STG build, which has the 4x, I believe it was, on it. So if we go here, we look at the recoil, it's just as bad, obviously, and it's going to be very hard to control at long range. This is me trying to control it here. At a medium range, it might not be too bad to control, but then again, it only does come with a 30-round magazine, so it's definitely not going to be all that viable for long range in Warzone. Unfortunately, we can't change any of the attachments on these blueprints until the integration happens with Warzone and Vanguard, so that's kind of unfortunate, but we should just be happy with what we're getting. I mean, we're getting a preview of some of the Vanguard weapons here, which is very exciting. But here is the M1 Garand, and we're just going to spam shoot this thing again. And as you can see, the recoil is not very bad with it. It's pretty much just straight vertical. But as you could see there was a lot of visual recoil, which it makes it very hard to hit people with this thing. So I don't know how well it's going to perform in an actual match. If I'm trying to control it, this is what it looks like. I'm bad at controlling recoil and just aiming at in general, so don't judge me. But the recoil is not bad with it at all. Don't get me wrong. It's just that visual recoil is going to make it hard to kind of see what you're aiming at and hit an enemy. But what is really cool about this M1 Garand is once we run out of ammo, we have that little ding sound, and that's probably the best part about the gun. But both of these guns have really, really fast time to kill. So M1 Garand, when I was playing Plunder, I was 3-shotting people to the chest with it, which it is Plunder, so those people most likely had 2 plates on. So it's probably like a 4-shot kill to the chest if I had to guess. But I'm just gonna send you guys over to some of the gameplay clips so you guys can see all these guns in action, and let me know what you guys think of these guns down in the comments. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. Subscribe if you're new here, like the video, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Here's the web.